Okay, I work in sign language, and a lot of people ask me, there's a couple burning questions they have, is how did I get into it? And are you related to someone deaf? There's no, I had no idea I was going to get into this, and I'm not related to anybody, nobody in my family is deaf. Let me go take you back. I thought I was going to get into something completely different. I was growing up in school, I was not academically inclined. I thought I was going to get into something like cabinet making or something like making houses. So growing up, I remember around when I was in high school, I think it was in the 11th grade, my mom's like, you need to get out. So I was like, you know what, that was my opportunity to join the Army, get in the service, come out. What I seen the generation before me, they go to the service, come out with a good civil service job, either working with the aircraft or aerospace. Got out of the Army, was back on the block, looking for work, trying to get those jobs, but I don't know, it's the system changed. So I worked different dead-end jobs, took me a while, and eventually hooked up with a friend. He got me in the school districts, and I worked in different school districts, was able to upgrade, once I was there, I was like, okay, I'm with the big dogs now. Okay, on the main line. So I was seeing how the system works, and I was able to work at different departments. And I was like, okay, I'm in now. I was able to get a job. First, to start out with custodial work, and then I worked asphalt work, which I got in like the worst time. It was like when all the guys took off. I went in the summer, so I was like the main donkey. It was like, had all the bad breaks. And then eventually, I was working at a school. It was tough, and at that time, a friend hooked me up. I was living in a big, nice apartment. His dad owned the place, and I was working at a school. It was probably one of the worst places to work. I mean, it was just a filthy school. My run was really tough. The assignment was just impossible. And I had a supervisor. His job was to write me up while I was on probation. So here he is. He's writing me up, minimizing me, like trying to intimidate me and give me a verbal crucifixion. So that was tough, and at that time, my friend started messing around with drugs, so I had to move out of that apartment. Then I had to move over to, who knows what the CPT is? CPT, the 310, Compton, West Side, not the best side. Home of the gangster class, and the foot up your ass. So yeah, living in a garage, and still working for the district, and trying to look at those opportunities that are out there. So I knew that there was unlimited, they needed a lot of people to work with deaf people. So I said, I had nowhere to go but up, because I hit rock bottom at that time. So I said, let me look into this. So I went to the college, tried to get in there. At that time, they were just accepting ASL, American Sign Language, as a foreign language. So the returning students, they had priority over me. I couldn't get in. The teacher said, why don't you go to this school? It's a high school where they teach sign language. They were encouraging parents and people to learn it so they could use it with their kids. I took it, I ran with it, I was getting my hands on everything I could. I went to Walden Bookstore, and I would look through the dictionary. I'd be on the floor until they kicked me out. There was software. They didn't have YouTube back then, so there was some software I ordered, looking at that. Eventually I went to college, took the college classes. The teacher said, the percentage of people who come out of this program successfully, it's like minimal. It's like 20%. El Camino was a 3-year program. I was working a whole bunch of hours at the time, going to school. I'd be in the garage, freezing cold, at nighttime shivering with a flashlight. Going to college, going to Bally's to take a shower, come back, eating a cup of noodles from the 99-cent store. What is it? My bologna had a first name. Going to 99-cent store buying that cheese. It ain't easy being cheese. So went to the classes. Like I said, it was a 3-year program. A lot of people, they finish the 3-year program. They go to CSUN. Me, I didn't finish the 3-year program, but I wanted in. So I went to that school. I talked to the principal because I was calling and I wasn't getting any results. So I went over there. So I told the principal, I said, hey, I'll do whatever it takes. Just let me in. I was kicking that door in. He said, man, this guy's aggressive, stubborn. That's the man I need. So he got me in. I was getting my hands on everything I could, working with the basketball team, working in the classrooms, preparing the graduation, preparing the pep rallies, and eventually one of my supervisors told me, I was interpreting one day, and my supervisor said, you know what you need to do? You need to go and take that K through 12 test. So I went to go take the K through 12 interpreting test to become an interpreter. I remember I took it a bunch of times. I went in, the first time I took it, I said, you know, I don't know anything about this test, but I knew that it could be done. So I took the test. The first time I failed. I remember I tried many times, and I remember one day they have what is called the expressive test, and then they have the receptive test. So I remember the second time I think I passed the expressive test, so yeah, I passed it. Then I took the receptive, and I was struggling with that, so I was taking notes. And I remember they had the basic, advanced, and then the final part, which is more advanced, and they'd have breaks in between. I remember I took the test, and I said, yeah, I aced it. I remember there was a break in between. I went to the restroom. I was like, yeah, baby, yeah! Then I took the second part. I said, oh, this is getting harder. This is hard. And then we had a break in between it, and I said, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? That test. Then I took the third one. I was like, oh, this is getting harder. This is getting harder. I don't know. So I said, I don't know about this one. So I got my credit card. I told the lady, hey, I'm ready to pay for the next test. She said, how do you know you didn't pass this? I don't care. I have like a personal vendetta with this test, and so it was. We have to wait 90 days to get the results. So one day, I get something in the mail. I open it up. And I'm like, yeah, baby! So,
all right.
All right.
if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Yeah.
All right.